Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to NS9 postgame show powered by Permani Brothers. I'm your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, we have Neil. Neil, guess what? Guess what, Neil?
The Pirates came back from behind and won on the road.
Nailed it. 4-2 against the Boston Red Sox, ruining a rookie's debut. Also, some of the Pirates don't do. When the rookie debuts, they just forget how to hit, which they did for the first half.
They did.
They fooled us. They tricked us.
I mean, they weren't hitting the rookie pitcher.
No.
Once he left, then things started to go our way.
Yeah. But hey, they went our way. Pirates win 4-2. And you know what that means also, right?
It means we get to give away sandwiches.
That's right. If you're in the chat, go ahead and get those hashtag raise it's just like Benjamin did right now. If you're not in the chat, what are you doing? Get yourself a chance to win some sandwiches here. 4 Permani Brothers sandwiches to 2 winners tonight.
Yeah, good day.
This is good stuff.
We were going to talk about it before, but we were all pretty convinced this was going to go the other way and that this is going to be a pretty miserable show to talk about. But no, that was a fun last 4 innings. I can't say the first 5 were fun.
Nope.
Not in the slightest. But it got fun.
Yeah, like you said, it was going a certain direction, which we thought was going to go, right? It's one of those things in jest, of course. Payton Tolle made his debut today. Great, good pitcher, right? Big debut coming. And of course, facing Paul Skenes, there's a matchup. But it's Paul Skenes. He's the best pitcher in the entire world, right? Get out of here, kid. Well, it's the Pirates offense. Doesn't take much to shut them down. And that's what he was doing. And at one point, thanks to some errors that was made, it was 1-0. Then Paul Skenes gives up a home run to Roman Anthony, and it's 2-0. And right, it's like, okay, well, are they going to come back from 2 runs? Probably not. But guess what? They did. They tied it. Then they added on insurance runs. It was 4-2, Neil. The Pirates win. Then Santana comes in, shuts it down. Victory.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
I mean, with Payton Tolle, the way we looked against him, it looked like you could have given us 18 innings and we weren't going to score a single run against him. No. I mean, the amount of times he struck us out with fastballs up in the zone, he really had a good game. And it's always hard because is he a top pitching prospect? Yes. Is this offense also historically bad? Also, yes. So it's hard to really tell. But I mean, in fairness, Tolle looked really, really good tonight. And in some ways, he outpitched Paul Skenes, which is kind of crazy to think about. It's not a bad debut for him.
Technically speaking, yes, but it's the same. It's like, when the Pirates swept the Cardinals, and it's like, the Cardinals, the Rockies, and it's like, but it's the Rockies, right? And it's the same situation here. Tolle makes his debut, and he outduels Paul Skenes. But one pitcher was facing the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the other pitcher was facing the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah,
and they're in very different, unique situations right now. The 2025 season. So, technically speaking, like you say, maybe one outdueled, but Paul Skenes looked really, really good today as well. And no help from his defense. Now, Tolle also got some help defensively. Third base, Sogard makes his debut today and made some really nice plays in the field also. So the Red Sox were giving him some defense support. Not so much for Paul Skenes. IKF looked terrible today in the field, by the way.
I mean, that's just the IKF we've seen for 3 months. He hasn't been a good player. So can't say I'm too surprised there. I mean, I know the defense is where he's supposed to be good, but I don't know. I hope someone, for his sake, I hope someone claims him because I think he needs out of Pittsburgh. I think he needs a change of scenery.
Well, all I was going to say is it's even for him, this is a bad game. At least his glove isn't outstanding. There's nothing sexy about it, but it's typically at least Sure. He's fundamentally sound for the most part. He tried to do too much, I feel like, on 2 plays, and it was costly. And one, it did cost them. They scored a run on it, unearned for Paul Skenes. Ultimately, it didn't really matter. But I mean, that's the thing too. You're moving him from short to third, which you feel like he would fare better at. That's more like a natural position when he's been really good at for a long time as well. And yeah, I mean, he just looked awful today. I don't know if him being waived is weighing on him. I mean, I doubt it, because there's probably a more opportunistic situation coming for him if he does get claims. But at any rate, yeah, he looked awful today. I mean, it's a game. He hasn't been awful all season. He's athletically challenged. I'll put it that way.
It's very kind of you. I mean, like, defensively, no, he's been good all year. Like, as a utility guy, I think he's picked up playing one position pretty well. And even good defenders have bad defensive games. But like, when you've been pitting as poorly as IKF has in the past 3 months, I think he's now top 10 in the worst OPSs league wide. Like, he's close to like a Brian Hayes level of bad hitting. And so like that, I think it just stands out way more. And he goes 0 for 4 tonight again with the error. It was not a good night for him, but he hasn't had many good nights since May. Like, I remember back in May, like, we were kind of hanging our hat on the fact that he was hitting 300. He had an OPS like around 730, and that's just taking a nosedive.
Right.
It's just not good.
Which, mind you, Hayes hit another home run tonight, and he has like 100 weighted runs created plus with the Reds since the trade. But it's okay, because you know what? We also have Jared Triolo, who's better. So, but no. But go back to the start. I mean, the whole matchup here, the debut of Tolle, and again with Skenes, like that's the marquee thing here. And they were kind of going inning for inning, right?
Yeah,
pitch for pitch. It was a good start if you like, pitching, right? And again, Skenes was a little more challenged because he didn't have good defense behind him, so he had to get out of jams that weren't really his own, in a sense. But going back to Tolle, like he had what, 14 whiffs on the day, 33% whiff rate. Through 2 innings, he had 7. He faced 8 batters. I mean, it's like he was just going through this lineup immediately. Now, of course, there's not much video on him. He is a rookie. This is the first time they're seeing him. So, of course, like, you can hand that to him a bit. There's a lot of unknowns. They weren't figuring him out at first. That's for sure.
No, I mean, there's a reason that a lot of guys have him as the best lefty prospect in baseball. The stuff is real. The fastball is absurd. The Pirates couldn't touch it tonight. Like, I think Tolle, I guess Jim is really getting on us in chat as Tolle. I think he's going to be a legit pitcher for a long time in this league. And so, like, just based off of what I've seen, I can't say I'm like terribly upset or surprised the Pirates couldn't hit him. However, he's still a rookie, and you expect the major league batters to hit better than they did. Now, again, it doesn't matter, but it was a cool pitching matchup to watch, even though, you had Canario dropping balls in center field. You had IKF not fielding the baseball. Like, Skenes really had to work for those 6 innings. But at the end of the day, 95 pitches, 6 strikeouts, like 1 earned run, like, Skenes was still great. Even with the 7 hits, even though he allowed 8 base runners. This is a bad Paul Skenes start, and bad Paul Skenes starts are still really, really good.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it's a bad Paul Skenes start. My guy went 6 innings, gave up 1 earned run on 7 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Like, yeah, the home run was to Anthony here, but like, that also, I mean, that wasn't a great pitch. I'll say that wasn't a great pitch. No. It is what it is. But he labored through when he didn't have to. I mean, he was pitching well enough. They kept putting guys on. He kept working through his own unself-inflicted wounds because it was everyone else around him that he was doing it. But yeah, like you mentioned the Canario play. I mean, man, he also, we talk about IKF, how bad he looked. Canario just looks awful. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Just awful. I mean, I'm going to share this right now. I mean, this was the catch, the so-called catch. I mean, he's running in, the ball just bounces off of his glove. Again, like, that's an easy out. Paul Skenes just simply gets out of that inning much sooner, pitches much less, is more efficient of a pitcher, but he can't be because Canario just can't catch a pop-up.
Yeah. No, that's inexcusable. And again, Skenes is just that good that nothing phases the man. And I think I'm going to say this 15 times a year, and I don't care. I love how Paul Skenes does not go. He's not get affected by base runners. He does not get affected by anything. He is a cold killer, no matter what the situation is. And that was again tonight. Did he give up 7 hits? Yes. Did he give up a home run? Yes. Roman Anthony is also just a ridiculous player. He's genuinely going to be a star. So if that's going to be that is what makes him so impressive. Even when he doesn't have his best stuff, he's sitting at a 2.05 ERA, and he probably goes, he had only 1 run if the defense does any bit of their jobs, and he might even go 7 innings instead of a 6 inning.
Right.
Mm-hmm. He finished 6 innings at 95 pitches. So if you think Canario makes his play, IKF makes his play, that's probably 10, 15, 20 pitches saved. You're looking at our 7 inning, 1 run game, and that's just just casual day at the office for Paul Skenes.
Right. Yep. That's how I look at it as well. Paul Skenes looked good also today. And you say it so people understand. You say it's a bad game for Paul Skenes because Paul Skenes standards are just so ridiculous. But again, a bad Paul Skenes day is he's giving up 1 earned, 2 runs are scored. That's just what the nature of the beast.
I thought that was obvious.
Right. But again, to put in perspective, this is not Paul Skenes at his best.
Yeah,
it was a bad Paul Skenes start. The Red Sox had 2 runs.
Yeah,
but that's again
Paul Skenes is so good that his bad starts are good are good starts for other pitchers. I think that's the point. So again, special player, loving every start. I tune in for every start that he pitches, and I'm going to enjoy it for as long as he's here for the next 13 years. For the next 13 years, he's never going to get injured. He's never leaving. He's going to be with us till the heat death of the universe.
He's going to sign that 10-year contract for $400 billion in a few years.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Nutting, for handing that out. But no, for real. Yeah, I mean, Paul Skenes, again, he had 11 whiffs on the day, 7 on the fastball, the 4-seam, 4 on the changeup. You mentioned Tolle, how his fastball looked pretty good. Paul Skenes has, the second best pitch in baseball is Paul Skenes' 4-seam.
Mm-hmm.
It looked good again tonight. This is what it is. Last year was nothing but the splinker everyone talked about. And again, his 4-seam is just a beast. And it was 1 again tonight. He threw it 46% of the time. The sinker 12. So over 50. He's pretty much on the fastball 50% of the time. And he threw 48% of the time for the 4-seamer and 13 for the sinker. But yeah, threw them both. Close to basically 60% of the time today. And he looked good, even though it was one of his worst starts.
It's just stuff he threw the fastball 50% of the time. And you just think back to when he was in AAA and was about to debut, and you had all the prospect nerds trying to tell us that he had bad fastball shape. That's all I can think about. And I know it's beating a dead horse because we've talked about it so often, but that's all I can think about is this is a bad fastball, actually.
I'll give it to you. I feel like we haven't talked about that since last year. So now it's kind of funny to bring it up again because here we are now, he's now 51 starts into his major league career. And it's just he's got a 2.05 ERA on the year. What ends up being it's like a 2.03 or 2.02 ERA for his career now. Yeah, that fastball shape, that was man, I wish we didn't draft Paul Skenes because that terrible fastball shape. What a bust. He had a terrible game today.
Yeah.
Red Sox scored 2 runs.
Yeah, we need Dylan Cruz. If we had Dylan Cruz, everything would be okay.
Right.
But yeah, so no, Matt, really good stuff by Paul. Never going to get bored of watching him pitch. And he has the better mustache. Totally needs to raise his game.
Well, I'll say this. I feel like people can get bored of watching Paul Skenes pitch. That's the downside of Paul Skenes is he is just so good that you just fall into this trap. Okay, 3 up, 3 down. Next guy. You know what I mean? You just kind of fall. When other people pitch, excitement happens, things happen. You know, you can show emotion, whether it's positive or negative. And like when Paul Skenes pitched, you just sit back and just watch 6 innings go by in 45 minutes. And it's like, all right. Like, so again, I'm talking a little bit in jest here, but like sometimes like for some people, like I feel like you could get bored with Paul Skenes because he's just so good. Yeah. I'm also saying that in a very good manner.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I just like the Pirates don't give me very, very many good players. So like I'm cherishing this one. Like 2-time all-star starter in his first year. He's gonna win. He's got 1 Rookie of the Year. He's going to win the Cy Young this year. Like best pitcher in baseball. I know Scabal's there, but it's Paul Skenes.
No, Skenes is good. But again, going back to this game here, offense just wasn't showing up at all, as we mentioned. The Pirates were, I mean, they had 2 hits, I think, through 5 innings, something like that. And then Nick Gonzales, got another hit on the day. Nick Gonzales had 2 hits. But yeah, like the bats started waking up a bit. Again, they did score 2 runs here. Nick Gonzales had 2 hits. Andrew McCutchen, 3 for 3 today with a walk. Kutch is coming back alive. He had 2 doubles today, 1 really big double also. So like the bats. Double. Yeah.
That first double was the cheapest ground rule double I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, you shut your mouth.
I'm not complaining. I just couldn't believe it. Like the ball went like 200 feet and was somehow a ground rule double. It was so cool. Would have been cooler if we scored off of it, but like, Kutch was awesome. Kutch was, and he had the next double that drove in. Was it 1 run or 2 runs?
Well, he would have driven 1. Yeah, Pham had the 2 RBI.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. But also, again, Tommy Pham just not quitting. Again, he had a big clutch hit, 2 guys on. He gets that hit, drives in the 2 runs. Tommy Pham, I mean, again, this is like another topic for another day, but something to just hit on. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to take this. Tommy Pham back for the Pirates in 2026. I mean, again, a few months ago, you're laughing at that. Right now, it's something to entertain. He's still like this. Also, again, like it's not as if he was hot again. What was it, June 22nd or 23rd, when he got the contacts that Sunday and everything was fine. It's not like that happened for a month and like, all right, he settled back down. I mean, Tommy Pham is just simply producing for multiple months now. One of the better hitters, not just for the Pittsburgh Pirates, but for baseball, like in that time frame. And he continues it. He goes back to Boston today. Had a nice hit. Again, scored 2 runs there. Was a big part of today's win.
Yeah, 2 walks too. I mean, this is like for he's 37 years old. What a turnaround. Like, I think we all kind of trashed Tommy Pham pretty hard. And
deservingly so at that time.
Deservedly so.
One of the worst hitters in baseball.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. Like he even though he has a huge part in like why the season went south very quickly, like he has way more made up for the money he's making. And I was gonna say this to Kutch too, like for like the $8 million or so being paid to Tommy Pham and Andrew McCutchen, like having 2 guys who are basically on the season slightly above average hitters is great business. Best business we've done on the entire offseason. And so you need more guys like that. Like you do need more guys with the 720 OPS on this team. And so I don't know like how you would bring him back. I don't know if he would want to come back if he feels his stuff had the tank. Maybe he wants to go try to win more games if someone will have him. I'd be interested to see if we put him on waivers just so he can go play with the contender, get some goodwill there. But no, like the last 3 months have been crazy, and he was really crucial tonight. That 2-run double was awesome.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I'll say this as far as the waivers thing go, unless it wasn't reported, we don't know. It was leaked that it was reported that IKF was on waivers today. This is like the last day to be able to do it for someone to be clear and then be on, be playoff eligible. For another team.
I didn't know it was the last day for it.
So I guess because September 1st would be Monday. So the 3 days. So again, he might be, and no one knows about it yet. There's that case. But I'm with you. Like I mean, it would be a solid for him. But at the same sense, maybe Tommy Pham is someone they're entertaining to bring back. And if that is the case, maybe you want to hang on to him. So like, I'll say that, like, that's why I was always wondering last year, why didn't they do that for Aroldis Chapman? Like, why pay? And here's the thing too, IKF, there's a really good shot no one's going to pick him up and for that remaining part of the salary, especially since the bonus is potentially, now he's probably not starting every day, so the team that's picking up probably isn't going to pay that bonus. But like, are you paying that salary for the next month for him? Maybe, maybe not. You know, the type of production he's giving, maybe not. Aroldis Chapman, like last year, you're picking him up. If you're a contender, you're taking Aroldis Chapman. But they didn't do that. And it made me think like maybe there's some connection there. Maybe the Pirates are thinking like, this is a guy we want to bring back, so let's not lose him. Let's keep him. That's what making me think about Tommy Pham also. That's why I was say to start this talk here. I mean, I haven't heard that he's on waivers. And if he's not on waivers, I'm sure, because again, like I'm sure there's a team that would probably pick him up. I mean, his salary is not a whole lot. He's performing, but I haven't heard that he is. So like maybe there's something there with the Pirates, like, you know what, we're just going to hang on to him because we like what he's doing here for us right now with the young guys. And you know what, we might want to bring him back next year. So
yeah, I mean, I understood why I could understand why an MLB team didn't want to trade for IKF. I could understand why an MLB team didn't want to trade for Andrew Heaney. I was shocked that Tommy Pham survived deadline day. I figured there would be someone who would need an outfielder, even a fourth outfielder for him to bring that bat that he still keeps having. Like ever since the trade deadline, like even though he's on a team with nothing to play for, he's been mashing the baseball, and he would have been really helpful for a contender team. Like you can't deny it. And so I am surprised he's still here. And if the idea is he comes back next year, I would hope that you're using him as like a fourth outfielder who like gets starts here and there, because you know he's not keeping up like hitting 400, right? But that is a useful defensive abled body who can hit the ball well. Has made positive comments about the place. Like I had those comments a while back, like how he doesn't think we're all that far off. You know, like that is a useful piece to bring back. I don't know if I would want to guarantee him a starting spot, but also with the state of the outfield, you never know. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm with you. That's a solid fourth outfielder. I'm not expecting him to be this second half Tommy Pham, which by the way, going into today's game, he's been batting .331, .395, slugging .552. That's since June 22nd. That was 185 plate appearances in that time frame. Again, this isn't just like a small 60 plate appearance sample and such. Relatively speaking, it's still not a full season, still under 200, but like that's still, I mean, he's 159 weighted runs created plus in that time frame. And today it's probably at least staying the same or going up. You know, like he's been producing. So if that's like a fourth outfield option, and also he's been playing good defense.
Yeah.
It seems as if like I don't hear anything negative as far as the team. Like you mentioned, that the comments from him seem positive. Seems like he's doing like things for the team. He understands and represents like, I am the veteran here. I want to help the young guys get to where they want to be. That's part of my role also. We know there's a lot of screws that are loose for him, but like it doesn't seem as if that's been a negative situation. It started out that way. Maybe again, we saw the gestures and stuff, and Tommy Pham being Tommy Pham, but of course he's also was bad.
Yeah.
But like when
you live with that stuff if he's good. Like if Tommy Pham is hitting, like when he cleared the benches for no reason in Toronto, I was like standing up and cheering. I was so happy because that was awesome. And like it starting to fight with Tyler Heineman for no reason. Awesome stuff. Yeah. Keep it up, especially if you're going to keep hitting. But yeah,
and he gives this team a bit of an edge, and like they could maybe use it. But yeah, like he also is producing. So like if that's going to be your fourth outfielder next year, again, we're kind of going off topic here a bit, but part of it again is because like I haven't heard he's on waivers, so it makes me wonder potentially if that is a thought for them. They're keeping that door open. Yeah, it would be nice to say like, go for a contender. Here you go. You're the vet. Let's do it solid. But if you want to keep him, and it seems like he's happy here, maybe there's a mutual part there. Again, something to consider. But yeah, going back to the game, Brian Reynolds, Henry Davis did not look good. Particularly Henry Davis. That guy cannot hit a fastball in the top of zone like for his life. Exposed him once again. However, as equally as he is bad at the plate, he's as good behind the plate. He looked good defensively as well. He threw out a runner, which Jared Triolo missed the tag, but I guess maybe didn't. I don't know. Review, I guess, didn't say enough to say that the guy was safe and overturn it. But like, what a throw. And again, Henry Davis looks really good behind the plate. And as far as defensive run saved, we talked, I think a week ago, he's number 10 in baseball. Now he's, I think, number 7 as far as catchers go. I mean, he's good behind the plate.
He is. Yeah. Fantastic catcher. I think there's a reason Paul Skenes likes him so much. Why he's his personal catcher. I think he calls a good game. Looked terrible at the plate, but I guess he did have that sacrifice bunt that scored the run. That was pretty clutch because that gave us the insurance run that we didn't need, but it was nice to have.
Yeah.
I am digging for positives because I like Henry Davis. But yeah, I mean, you keep waiting for something to click with the bat, and it just keeps not happening. And I don't know if it's because he only gets 3 starts a week. Maybe you want him to get a little bit more time to consistent play time, but you're right. He can't hit fastballs up in the zone. Tolle made him look really, really bad.
Which time?
Yeah,
every time.
You got me there. You're not wrong. But it's just crazy that the number 1 overall pick is going to be a defensive glove catcher first.
The number 1 overall pick who the only thing you knew was he was going to hit. You didn't know if he could catch, what position to play, anything else, but you just knew he was going to get there because of the bat. And that's the only reason why he's not a good player in baseball. The bat's that awful, more or less. So it's.
I wonder how much motivation is like him playing right field for those 40 games and having such a bad time. Like his drive is to never be put in right field again. He just doesn't want to go back there.
I don't know. Again, my thing is I'm not giving up on Henry Davis clearly because of how good he is right now. He's put in the work to be a good defensive catcher. And there's one thing I'm not going to doubt on Henry Davis is his effort, his work ethic, and just him. And I like the one thing I feel like could happen to saving grace in all this is a sense of seeing how good he's improved defensively. Just maybe he's just kind of been forgetting about the hitting side and working so hard on the defense. And now that it's here, maybe this offseason will get back to the offense and it'll come together. Again, catchers develop for a lot longer than most people. There's a lot on their plate. So seeing how good he's improved defensively does leave me a little bit encouraged of maybe the offense can also still come. I'm not giving up on him yet. I don't think this is the complete package of Henry Davis yet. Now, next year, it's like this all over again for a lengthy period of time. All right, you know what? Maybe it's time to close the book a bit.
And I'll say this, is that Brian Hayes is hitting well with the Reds. He's not setting the world on fire, but he's hitting well enough to where he's an extremely valuable player. Reynolds can't seem to get things going. He looked really bad tonight. Davis hasn't been able to get things going at the plate. We've seen Cruz take a step back this year. At this point, I almost don't want to blame the players here. I really just don't think we have a clue how to develop young bats. And I think Davis, if he went somewhere else, I do think there is a team that could unlock his offense. And I don't want him to go. I want him here. But with the results that I'm seeing this year and over the last 6 years, I just don't think they have much direction, or they don't know what they're doing in terms of helping players develop hitting wise.
I'm not sure where the disconnect is because, again, I don't think anything you're saying is untrue. If Henry Davis was a Dodger, would he be a better player right now? Probably a good chance. I just simply don't know. But there's a lot not working out right now. I don't know where the finger should be pointed out because, again, there's just plethora of problems. That being the largest one. Why can't they find any hitters, whether it's developing, whether it's adding free agents, whether it's trading for? It just seems like no matter what they get, it turns bad. I mean, you're talking about developing in the same sense. You go out there and sign guys or trade for guys, and they give you the worst production in Pittsburgh outside of the rest of their career. How does that happen? Right. I know Brian De La Cruz was anything special, but he was at least near an average hitter. And then he comes over here and immediately was terrible. IKF comes over here and wasn't a great hitter forever either, but like he's never really been this bad. So like yeah, I mean, just
close.
all directions. Like, what's the problem? I don't really know. But Pirates win today.
Yeah.
In spite of their hitting woes, right? First part was not pretty, and they started clicking and stuff, and the hits started coming. 11 strikeouts though on the day. I mean, again, it wasn't good. 3 by Brian Reynolds, 3 by Henry Davis. But then again, Paul Skenes does his job, hands it over to the pitching. Moreta comes in, 9 pitches, gets 3 outs. He's doing his job. I like him up here right now. He's going to have plenty of opportunity to see what he can do to finish out the season. Mattson just continues being Mattson. Isaac Mattson now at a 1.95 ERA, Neil. A 1.95 ERA, Isaac Mattson.
Dog. Absolute dog. That I know that's what the comments say, but that's all I got for him. He is just so good. I again, no clue how he's so good. Him and Santana kind of just defy logic in that regard, because Santana was filthy tonight too. Like guys like who don't necessarily strike a ton of guys out are still such effective relievers, and I love them both. Also, Moreta is probably my favorite reliever in the bullpen, just personality-wise. So this is like my favorite 3 guys in the bullpen tonight, followed by the best pitcher in baseball. So pitching-wise, great day.
Great day. Great day. But it was. And yeah, then Santana comes in. He did allow a walk, but again, he's dope as hell. Mr. Efficient. Gets the 1 walk, but 2 strikeouts today as well, and closes it out. And the Pirates win. And Dennis Santana's at a 2.33 ERA after that blow up in Colorado. So yeah, I mean, the bullpen did his job today. I know there's a lot of parts, and it took a big hit after the deadline. But Moreta, we've been intrigued by him. You know, there's reasons to be excited about him being back. He could help this bullpen for sure. Mattson just continues doing it and just defying logic, apparently. And Dennis Santana worked out with Aroldis Chapman, and now he's one of the better people or relievers in baseball. There it is. Pirates win today. We're giving away sandwiches. Before we do, though, a huge shout out to Steel City DW for the 20 gifted NS9 memberships. So 20 new people are now members on YouTube. You all get your special emojis. You also have early releases to videos, which, as I teased last night, which means you'll get an early viewing of our upcoming show this Monday. We'll have the amateur scouting director of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Justin Horwitz, on. So we talked to him last night. That'll be on Monday, and I'll probably release that on Sunday for our members. So 20 new people get to watch that earlier and get the emoji. So congratulations, everyone. And thank you, Steel City DW, for that.
Thank you, Steel City. You're the man. Time to give away some sandwiches, DiNardo.
Is it time?
I think it's time.
Let's do it. We do have 103. That's good. Better than we've been doing a bit recently. But again, it's Paul Skenes, so people want to watch. Can we get that number up, though? Can we? Can we get it up? I'll give you guys a few seconds to get more in here. Remember, hashtag raise it in the chat. If you want, go ahead and like the video. If you want, go ahead and subscribe. We do appreciate that. You can join our Patreon. You can join a member if you weren't gifted one by Steel City DW, which apparently he's giving everyone some memberships today. So yeah, all that. But
you know who didn't win today, DiNardo?
Who didn't win?
Ryan did not win today.
Ryan.
He took the Red Sox.
What that means, though. That means everyone else won, because we all know to fade Ryan.
100%. Always fade Ryan.
What did Ryan pick today as well?
Red Sox money line.
What an idiot. So the Ryan's lock, presented by FanDuel, Red Sox money line, minus 118. Yep. I mean, he essentially betted against Paul Skenes.
You know what? Betting against the road Pirates is not a bad bet. I feel like Ryan's the king of like making very sensible bets that never work out. It's kind of impressive.
He is the new Pony. Like, absolutely. Yeah. And I'm with it, because that's why I always felt, at least back in the day with Pony, most of the stuff seemed to make sense. There's real logic behind it, but it doesn't come true. And that's Ryan.
Ryan told me my t-shirt is white.
Let's draw. our first winner for two Permane Brothers sandwiches. And of course, if you don't know, make sure you download the Permane Brothers app. Send us, if you can, by email, northshore9@gmail.com. Send us the email that's associated with your app, and we'll get those sandwiches out to you. So our first winner, Zach Angroff. So congratulations, Zach. Go ahead and send us your email for your Permane Brothers app. On to our second winner. James Grotkowski. Congratulations, James. Same thing. James. You know the deal. Give us your email. We'll get those sandwiches out to you. You'll get them ASAP. I know it's Labor Day weekend, so it might be like a little bit of a delay this time around. But yeah, we'll get those uploaded. So they'll be in your account soon.
Good stuff.
What do you say, Neil? Is it time to get out of here?
I think it's time to get out of here.
So again, Pirates win 4-2 against the Red Sox. Sorry, Jared Carabas, your team stinks. That's what you get for saying the Pirates are cheap.
How about you complain?
Terrible.
How about you complain about incentives to bad players some more, Jared?
Yeah. Walker Buehler DFA today. He didn't get his incentive. You cheap Red Sox. Just joking. But anyways, we're out of here. We appreciate you all. We'll be back tomorrow for another post-game show. Bye-bye.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.